Hey guys, Star Wars Uncovered here. I'm sorry about the wait for this breakdown, but this episode just blowed me away. We got so much to talk about today. It's going to be a long video, so let's get right into it. We are introduced to Imperial Commandant J-Hold Behaz. He briefs fellow officers about how the Empire has managed to manipulate the indigenous Dani people by giving them false choices. This really goes to show how fat and satisfied, quote unquote, these top ranking Imperials are. They think they're unstoppable, that nothing can stand against the Empire without being crushed. Lieutenant Gorn informs the Commandant that 30 sentries from the Alkenzi Air Base will be supervising the Dani. Taramin contacts Vale, and we learn that Taramin was a former stormtrooper. I wonder if his turn to the rebellion was like Poe's in The Force Awakens. We also learned that Cinta lost her family to stormtroopers. Throughout the last couple of episodes, I've noticed Cinta isn't as social as the others in the group. This childhood trauma must have had a disastrous effect on her. Comets appear in the sky, which begins the eye of Aldhani. Reaching the Aldhani base, Andor and the others suit up and pose as Imperial Army troopers welcoming the Dani. We learn that the Commandant is fat, not surprising at all, and he has a wife and son who he orders around. They don't really care for him, but is what it is. Lieutenant Gorn assigns Andor and the other rebels to be bodyguards for the Commandant and his family. Vel and Cinta swim through the river under the base's dam. They infiltrate the base, and Taramin contacts Vel. She really hesitates with giving the go-ahead, perhaps having second thoughts about the mission's success. Vel orders them to go ahead with the mission. After Gorn establishes contact with Taramin and his team, they enter the base with the Commandant and his family. Andor seals the entrance, and the rebels force him to the ground at gunpoint. You can tell the Commandant is bewildered, totally unaware of the situation. Colonel Pedigar, one of the other Imperial officers we saw at the beginning of the episode, points a gun at Nemik and demands they release the Commandant's son. Andor tries to calm everyone down, but Cinta shoots Pedigar while jumping from a vent, which totally caught me off guard. I didn't even know she was gonna rendezvous with them that quickly. The rebels disable all communications except the one for Alkenzi Air Base. When Imperial Officer Kimsey notices the communications are down, he is told by another soldier that it might be the Eye interfering. The Commandant convinces Imperial personnel to cooperate with the rebels, and they start loading credits onto the freighter. Kimsey becomes suspicious and leads several men down the vault. This is kind of building the tension. The Commandant realizes Lieutenant Gorn is working with the rebels and says he will hang, and this is like the best comeback. Gorn replies he deserves far worse for serving the Commandant for 7 years. As you already know, Gorn holds his own grudge against the Empire. He fell in love with a local woman while on Aldhani, and she was killed by the Empire, so that's why he wants to get revenge on them. Kimsey and his men discover Gorn and the others holding credits onto the freighter. Gorn tells Kimsey they are on a classified mission, but Kimsey doesn't buy it. The Commandant collapses from exhaustion and a gunfight breaks out. I'm pretty sure the Commandant is dead, but I looked it up on Wikipedia and it says it's dead, so I'm going to go with he's dead. Kimsey kills Lieutenant Gorn but is killed by Andor. Andor enters the freighter cockpit but is put in a chokehold by an Imperial soldier who Nemik shoots and kills. Taramin and Skeen take cover from blaster bolts. Taramin is killed by a blaster bolt. Vel and Skeen board the freighter, and Andor launches the freighter into the comet-covered night sky, which was like great to see. And the Dani were so confused when they saw the freighter. During the ascent, Nemec is crushed. Vel sedates him and he gives Andor the coordinates. Ties sent to intercept them are destroyed by meteor debris. This escape sequence was a visual masterpiece, really. Had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. And you actually just saw it in the video. We see Cinta in disguise and crying, making it out of the base safely. I feel like we're going to see her later in the series, wherever she pops up. On the planet Frenzo, Nemec is treated by the doctor but dies of his injuries, which sucks. I really like Nemec and his personality, kind of like a revolutionary, a free thinker, and a rational person who's really caring. Outside, Skeen and Andor wait. Skeen proposes that him and Andor split the profit of 80 million credits. He says he is a rebel, but it's him against everyone else. Now Andor is worried Skeen might compromise the mission. When Andor questions Skeen about his brother, he straight up tells him he made it all up. Disgusted, Andor shoots him dead. Let me tell you, I did not see this coming at all. I thought Skeen had good intentions and was down for the cause. But I guess people switch up for money, which is relevant in real life. Andor tells Vel he killed Skeen for what he was going to do, wants his cut, and returns the Kuwaiti signet. If you don't know what the Kuwaiti signet is, I'll make a video covering that soon. Andor released with Nemec's manifesto that is given to him by Vel because Nemec wanted him to have it. At the ISB central office on Coruscant, Major Partagez summons personnel to a meeting. He wants every star sector and planetary emergency retaliation plan ready for presentation by midnight. Safe to say, the man has high standards. Wolf and Rail hears about the news of a massive rebel attack on Aldhani. In private, he laughs with joy. So this episode was definitely the best of the season. It had a lot of action. They finally got to the base, and Lieutenant Gorn helped them, and we got to see the Ivel Hani, the whole ceremony, and the religion. It was kind of like a religious experience for the Donnie, and we got to know more about the Imperials. So Andor is definitely on people's watch now. He's gonna have to hide, and he might need to call up some old friends to help him along the way. Maybe from uh the Ferrix, maybe. I think we're gonna see Bix again, and maybe some other people too that are familiar to Star Wars fans. But I would rate this 9 out of 10. Really good. I really enjoyed it, and this was definitely a really good episode, and it was a highlight of this series. And moving on, I would like them to go more into the backstory. I want to see more Mon Mothma. That's something I would like to see. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're at, I think, 52 subscribers, so we're on our way to 100. You guys do make it easier to get to that goal, so please subscribe if you haven't already. It doesn't take that long, and I'm always uploading that good videos that you guys enjoy. Please subscribe to my friends' YouTube channels. They are, let me think. Off the top of my head, they are having a brain freeze. They are Echo Base and Star Wars Nerdiness. May the Force be with you.